Hey there, guys. And I'm gonna be a poop. Because you know what? It's my birthday today. So I wanted to come back to this and play it a bit, mostly because I enjoy it. I really do. And also kinda because it's just much faster to upload at the moment. But as soon as I'm done with Love is Strange, I will continue Resident Evil and so on, because I'm going to intersperse it with the Daddy challenge that I'm doing for Dream Daddy, which I will probably do as soon as I'm finished with this as well. So I've got a lot of plans going on. And recently, I was gifted a PlayStation 4 as well. So, yeah, you guys are gonna probably see some PlayStation gameplay as soon as I can figure out how to get my capture card and everything working with that, because I'm rooting it through my PC at the moment. So, expect things, there's things in the works. And I'm really excited about all of this. So without further ado, we've gone the Rachel route and then we did Victoria, and honestly I was talking to a really good friend of mine. He's another one of the people I can call he's like my best friend next to my other best friend. Having two best friends weird? Nah, I think it's fair. And he pointed out some things that I also felt was interesting, where the Victoria route, yeah sure, I'm playing it, it was sweet, it was funny, she was sassy and bitchy, but I can't really see her dating Max. Rachel and Chloe on the other hand, more viable, whereas even with Kate it's like, it's touch and go, but we'll get to Miss Marsh later, so we're gonna go with Chloe this time. And see how this all works out, you know? Yes, we choose Chloe. There's nothing like the tried and true. I know Chloe would be willing to help me. It's practically cheating to ask her. But if the theme is bonds between people, then what better choice than my partner in crime? I lean over the desk towards her. Hey, old faithful. Wow. Chloe snorts. That makes me sound like something that should be taken out behind a barn and shot. Kinda agree with you there, you know? It's a geezer, not a dog. Whatevs. Chloe's mouth twitches. She reaches up under her beanie, knocking it askew as she combs her fingers through her hair. Yeah, will you pretty please help me with the contestant, dearest Chloe? Her voice is pitched up, sounds like a mouse. She sounds like a mouse. I do not sound like that. Yes? No, I don't. Oh, I can see I'm already gonna love this. I mean, yes, I'll help you with the contest. And you do sound like that. A little. Wait, really? Your voice gets a little... I give her a shove, laughing. No, the contest. You want to enter? Duh, I'll finally get to ride the victory train with you. Ride the victory train. I know a lot of people mark the... like the kind of thing, the fan fiction thing between Victoria and Max, some of them call it victory, so I was like riding the victory train and I just had the worst mental image ever. My heart swells. I was sure that Chloe would help, but hearing her say it feels really good. We've always stuck together on everything, and at least we did before I had to leave. We were at one another's sides for so many years. Almost all my best memories have Chloe in them. Sometimes I wish we could go back to those days. But we're still as symbiotic as we ever were. Even if we're pretty different now. Different interests, different styles, but still friends. That's how I know that what we have is real. Well, that's if I win. It's not even up for debate, you'll blow it out of the water. We're interrupted by Mick's dog trailing back to the front of the classroom and clearing their throat. Alright, I've got to get into today's lecture. If you haven't picked a partner yet, then be sure that you do before class lets out. I settle back into my seat as the lesson begins, but I can barely focus. All I can think about is the contest. When class lets out, it feels like hours later, and I leap out of my seat. I always feel like I should rhyme on that. Chloe takes her time getting up, reaching to scratch herself under her arm. Wow. I think my buzz is already wearing off. It's school's fault. Nothing's ever your fault. Nope. Hey, Chloe. Not at all. I grin. That's my Chloe. So, this contest thing, you're gonna help me see another A+ for the first time in like 4 years, right? Chloe, it's a contest, not an assignment. Right, we split the $1 million. Holy shit, if that was only true, you know? I'm not sure we're going to win $1 million. We split the, what, half mil? Quarter? 10 grand? Chloe, winning is its own reward. Jesus, calm down there, Pollyanna. You can decide what to do with the prize after you win. I'm pretty sure there is no prize, and it would be us winning, not just me. As you say, I'm just here for the victory train, remember? More like the gravy train. Gravy. Chloe clutches her stomach dramatically. I already know what to say. Maybe we can go to the Two Whales tomorrow morning. Genius, Max! If I can hold off my cravings for that long. Can you believe Joyce still won't do takeout? Actually, yes, I completely believe that. Well, I'm gonna go blaze my way through math class. Literally. Behind the bleachers. Because I'm not going to math class. Ah, you skipper! Classic. My voice is dry, which Chloe picks up on, but it doesn't seem to bother her. I'll text you later. I'll be waiting for it. Chloe cuffs me on the shoulder, and then she grabs her bag and goes to sneak off to her smokeout spot, while I go to Mixed Dog's desk to give them our names for the registration sheet. I'm glad I asked my best friend to be my partner for the contest. Chloe is no photographer, but if it's about bonds, then we've got this on lock. I hope. Wow. You do not sound confident about that. Whatsoever. The breakfast rush at the Two Whales diner always takes me by surprise, even though I've been coming here since I was a kid. The atmosphere is always electric, the frantic energy of the bustling staff, the impatient hungry truckers perched on the lunch counter like hulking, churlish birds on a wire. The sleepy locals slumped in their booths over steaming mugs of coffee. I've been nursing my own coffee for 10 minutes now. This morning, I woke up to a text Chloe sent at 2 a.m. asking me to meet her at the diner at 8 sharp for breakfast. She's late, of course. I should probably be more annoyed than this, but I'm kinda used to it. Chloe tries, but she's never been able to keep to a schedule. It's kind of a miracle she manages to make it to her classes on time most days. I suppose this means I should be more worried about asking Chloe of all people to help me with my entry for the photo contest. But Chloe's never let me down when I've needed her. Now that's a friend. She's late for everything else except when you really need her. Not ever. And she's not starting today. I can't stop the smile that spreads across my face when Chloe enters the diner. She scans the room, panting a little, looking disheveled. When her eyes light on mine, her face breaks out into a grin of its own, and she makes a beeline towards us. Towards our booth. Wow. Hey, sorry I'm late. She slides into the booth with effortless cool, shooting me her most charming, apologetic smile. You mad? You know what? I'm still gonna do the save. And I'm still gonna do a single save slot to prepare. Yeah, there, you guys can actually see the times that I'm sitting awake recording the stuff. Nah, I'm not mad. I laugh, shaking my head and taking a sip of my coffee. This is pretty punctual for you. I'm impressed. Chloe laughs too, looking visibly relieved. She was scared we were mad at her? Aw, that's actually kinda cute, you know, kinda cute sweet in a way. She slumps back into the booth, beaming playfully and knocking her foot against mine beneath the table. I know, not bad, right? Chloe grins at me like we're kids again, like we're sharing a secret. Even though I've been back in Arcadia Bay for a year now, there is something about being on the receiving end of her smiles again that still kinda takes my breath away. Oh wow. Wow, we're starting early on this one. I can tell I'm staring at her with what must be the dopiest look on my face, but I can't help it. Deliberately, I drag my eyes from her face and scan the diner, licking my lips. You hungry? God, yes. Chloe cranes her neck dramatically, looking around the diner. Where is Joyce anyway? I'm gonna die of starvation before she even takes my order. Wow, that's a way to call her mom. Then she'll be childless, and you'll be partnerless, and my sad, hungry ghost will forever be bound to the Two Whales, cursed to haunt greasy truckers and painfully slow waitstaff for eternity. Not so fast, Casper. Chloe snorts. I kick her lightly beneath the table and continue despite the interruption. Joyce should be out with your food in a minute. It's like flipping a switch. Chloe's face lights up, the previous conversation immediately stricken from her memory. She leans forward, seizing my hands in hers and dragging them across the table. Max, you've been my best friend since we were kids. My first mate, my partner in crime. And now the girl who buys me breakfast. I'm ready to take the next step. Max, will you do me the great honor of marrying me and buying me food for the rest of our lives? Wow. She's been doing this more and more lately. Saying things that could just be joking, but could also be, well, flirting. I just can't figure out if Chloe's being deliberately confusing or if I'm such a colossal social dunce that I can't tell the difference. Don't worry, Max, I'm 32 years old now and sometimes I don't know the difference myself. Chloe waggles her brows, squeezing my hands playfully. Max? I laugh awkwardly, feeling a blush rise on my face and yank my hands out of her grip. Who said I'm buying? Chloe pouts, bottom lip jutting out dramatically. You know, I did just offer to spend the rest of my life with you. The least you could do is offer to pay for my... Wait, what did you get me? Oh, I think I already know. She's the type of girl that likes food, so you know what, you gotta go with a heavy breakfast for her. Your favorite, bacon, side of eggs. Chloe slams her palms down on the table excitedly. Hot damn, now we're talking. Joyce bustles out of the kitchen a few minutes later, expertly balancing trays loaded with breakfast foods. Chloe smirks mischievously, leaning forward in the booth, no doubt with something cheerfully antagonistic on the tip of her tongue. But the morning rush is so hectic that Joyce barely has the time to set our plates down in front of us before tearing off across the restaurant to attend the family of 5 that just filled up the last free booth. Oh, I'm starting to get a little sniffly. Sorry, guys. Chloe looks briefly disappointed that she lost the chance to annoy her mother. At least until she remembers there's food in front of her. Chloe eats with a sort of single-minded ferocity. What is wrong with me? Chloe eats with a sort of single-minded ferocity not uncommon in wild dogs. Ah, that's a mental image. And nice way of talking about your best friend, dude. Sorry, I just took my sinus medication quick. She's got about the same level of manners too, I remember. Thinking of all the times she'd stolen food right off my plate and unconsciously hunching over my meal when she looks up and starts eyeing my waffles. You gonna finish that? Holy shit, did she already finish her food? All these choices already so far. Did I save? Did I not save? Okay, you know what? She's... Max doesn't eat a lot. Though then again, if you remember the Victoria route, she was eating quite often. I roll my eyes, taking one last bite and pushing my plate across the table to her. Chloe perks up, eagerly accepting the extra food. Thanks, Max. So, I bet you're pretty pumped to get started on your project, huh? I bite my lip, shifting my gaze from Chloe's eager face to the window facing the street. I watch a few cars pass by, trying to gather my thoughts. I guess I'm excited, but... I glance back to Chloe, unable to stop the smile that tugs at the corner of my mouth. She always knows when there's something I'm not saying. But I'm pretty nervous too. I still can't believe I actually volunteered for the contest. I can. Chloe says it like it's just a fact. I feel butterflies flutter in my stomach, nervous for a whole other reason now. Confidence has always seemed to come as easy as breathing to Chloe, and I get it. She's tough, and beautiful, and smarter than she gives herself credit for. That all makes sense. But it's her unwavering confidence in me that I just can't wrap my head around sometimes. Max, you're like the best photographer in school. I know sometimes you get all in your head about this shit, but it's really not so complicated. Of course you're gonna kill it here. I smile gently back, hearing the hesitance at the end of her sentence. But... Chloe smiles bashfully, cheeks flushing just slightly, looking up at me through a fringe of blue hair like a kid with her hand in the cookie jar. But it was kinda surprising you asked me to help you with your project. What? Chloe shifts in her seat. The food is gone now. Holy crap. She has nothing to distract her from the conversation, so she grabs a packet of sugar from the center of the table, tearing it open and pouring the contents out into shapes on the tabletop. Joyce is gonna be so pissed. I mean, there are lots of, good photographers in that class, Max. I basically only took photography so I could hang out with you and Rachel at school a few times a week. Chloe, you're my best friend. There's no one else I'd rather have in my corner for stuff like this. Chloe looks up from the pile of sugar she was carefully shaping into swirls in the center of the table. Best friend? Her tone is light, but the look on her face makes me feel like I didn't say quite the right thing. Oh, intriguing. My first mate, my partner in crime, the girl I buy breakfast for. Chloe's face breaks out into a wide grin, cheeks pink. Oh my god, this is gonna be such an interesting route. It already starts and it's just fucking Tuesday, holy crap. In that case, can I order another? No. Chloe laughs. Worth a shot. So, I guess you better get started on this thing. The rules say you need to take your photo somewhere in Arcadia Bay. You know where you want to go? You know what? Let us choose one, because I feel like if we let her choose, I don't know where we're gonna end up. And okay, well, both we don't know where we're gonna end up. Though I think I might have an idea, since in the Rachel route at the end, Max mentions that the lighthouse is pretty special to them, so I'm kind of guessing that's probably where we're gonna end up. Yeah, I have some place in mind. What should be the lighthouse? If it's the lighthouse, I'm gonna be so freaking happy, because that is. Oh yeah! Damn, I'm good. The hike to the lighthouse is as pleasant as I remembered. Chloe keeps chatting my ear off, as excited as a puppy. Oh man, this was such a great idea. Remember all the adventures we had up here as pirates? We even hid treasure somewhere. I remember. We buried it in the woods. What was even in that box? Some pictures, I think? Maybe candy. That must be mummified by now. I laugh because I have the sudden picture in my head of a piece of candy wrapped in mummy bandages. When I tell Chloe, she laughs as well and bumps our shoulders together. I feel my smile growing wider. Dude, this is perfect. We have all these great memories here. You are so going to nail that photo contest. I laugh, but it sounds nervous. Forced. I clear my throat. I mean, what matters is that you believe that. Chloe spins around to face me, walking backwards up the hill. Don't give me that, Max. You're going to do an amazing job. You'll do a kick-ass job. I just hum, unconvinced. Chloe grabs me by the shoulders, stopping short and bringing me to a halt. I'm serious. I believe that, Max. I believe in you. I can't help but smile. Yeah? Yeah, don't you ever doubt that, hippie. She winks at me and starts walking by my side again. Finally, the trees grow sparse as we come inside of the lighthouse. It looks so much smaller than I remembered. Older, too, like all the years of salt and wind have chipped away all of its life and color. The sea is still and grey below us. Arcadia Bay lies peaceful on the shore. The sky is perfectly blue, almost blindingly so. I feel a prickling sensation on the back of my neck. Suddenly, being here feels off, though I can't put my finger on why. Oh, I played the first episode of Life is Strange, so even I know why that feeling is there. Almost as if she senses my discomfort, Chloe nudges my shoulder. Yo, what's up with you all of a sudden? Okay. I'm not gonna say nothing's wrong, so I'm of course gonna go with that, because it kind of feels bad if I'm gonna brush her off and just like, sort of white line my way through it. I don't know, it just feels so much smaller here than it did before, you know? Chloe gets really quiet beside me, gaze lost somewhere on the sea. After what feels like an eternity, she nods. I feel it too, can't explain it either. Maybe it's just weird coming up here with you after all these years, being older. Everything feels shrunk and quieter. I can't bring myself to say anything, so I just nod. Chloe startles me by putting her arm around my shoulders and pulling me close to her side. Don't be sad about it, Max. It's still kinda nice, right? The sea's glittering under the sun. I let my head rest on her shoulder. Ooh, intimate. Yeah, it's beautiful. We stay quiet like that for a few minutes. I love how there's no need for words between us. It's always been like that, since we were kids. Even when we were very little, there were times we would play in complete silence. perfect sync, my mom used to say. We were so quiet our parents would pop by our rooms to see if we'd fallen asleep. But I do remember being next to Chloe. But I don't remember being next to Chloe ever feeling so nice. Oh my. The warmth radiating from her is so soothing. I could probably stay like this forever. Just as I think so, she tenses up beside me. I look at her and her brows furrowed. She's chewing her lip like she always does when she's searching for the right words to say. Oh man, what is this gonna be now? I feel my stomach tighten uncomfortably in anticipation. Then, finally after what feels like hours, she speaks. Max, there is something I need to tell you. Chloe's eyebrows are doing that thing where they bunch up before she blurts out something awful. I feel my heartbeat speed up in my chest, a fast thumping in my throat. I swallow. What is it? Max, I'm leaving Arcadia Bay. The first thing I feel is relief. I was scared she was sick, or Joyce was sick, or Chloe had gotten into some sort of really bad trouble. Then her words truly dawned on me. You're leaving? She's not looking at me. I have to resist the urge to go up on my toes, meet her nose to nose, force it. Yeah, I've been thinking about it for a long time. I mean, you know that. I just decided that, fuck it, I should do it. I should really do it. So I started planning stuff, and I'm leaving at the end of the week. Holy shit, that's soon. Pretty fucking soon. I feel like I've been punched in the gut. If I question her, she might see it as a bad thing? You know what, I'm gonna go with this one. I pull away from her side. Chloe, why leave now? Chloe glances at me, then looks away again, lips tightening. I hate seeing her like this, but I can't pretend I'm not distressed. Dude, it's an hour and everything. I'm done saying I'm gonna do it and sitting on my ass. I kinda feel like I'm falling. I wish you'd just look at me. Without eye contact, my voice is just spiraling out of control. Chloe, I mean, why not, like in the summer? Did something happen with Joyce or Rachel? Did I? That gets her to look up at me again. It's not a personal attack, Max. Well, it kind of feels like getting left behind. And I stop short. There's a moment where we're just looking at each other, eyes hard. Then I look at my shoes and bite down on my lip. Okay, I feel like I took the wrong choice, but I'm not gonna back out and take the other routes. I'm in for it. I startle when Chloe steps into my space and hugs me, tight and warm. I'm sorry, that was shitty. I press my nose against her shirt. It smells like smoke and sugar. I was shitty first. I'm so sorry. I squeeze my eyes shut against her shoulder. I just don't want us to be apart. After a long moment, Chloe pulls away, but keeps her arms loose around my shoulder. Listen, Max, I'm not leaving because I hate Arcadia Bay. I know I say that. I say it a lot, but I don't. Not really. Not with all these memories I made with you and Rachel and my dad. She sighs in frustration. I squeeze her elbow softly to reassure her. I know some people that have never left the Bay. They were born here, they lived here, they died here, and never once set foot out of town. I'm so fucking afraid I'm going to turn out like that. I won't let it happen. I nod. Don't look so sad. It's not like I'm never coming back. I'll just stay away for a couple of days. Or, I don't know, weeks maybe, depending on how well I can handle myself out there, really. I nod again, faster, trying to process her words. She really is serious about this, and there is nothing I can do to stop her. And maybe I really shouldn't try. If this is so important to her, she should go through with it. Still, a painful knot tightens up in my throat. She nudges my shoulder. Come on, Max. I'll totally call you every day. And like text you every time something cool happens. Which, let's face it, will be all the time. I smile at her, but I can't find any words to say. Yeah, I've kind of been in a situation where I've had to leave a best friend behind because I've had to move away. And it's a shitty feeling, and I've never had the thing where I lose that person twice. But I can kind of sorta understand her fear. Can't quite bring myself to look her in the eye either. She shoves her hands in her pockets and shuffles her feet. Max, come on, say something. This is like spooky quiet. I bite my lip. Chloe, I get why you're doing this. And you're right. And I want you to do what will make you happy, I promise. I just have to wrap my mind around it. Around the fact that you're really, actually leaving. She squeezes my shoulder. I know, Max. But you deserve this, Chloe. You deserve a chance to get out of this town and live your life, and... I hear my voice break. Shit. I look up at Chloe and her eyes are big and warm. I'm going to miss you. She laughs breathily. Shit, Max, I'm not gone yet. And it's not like I'll be away forever. Chloe pauses and rubs her nose, like she always does when she's getting emotional. I'll miss you too. I touch briefly at my eyes and smile at her. Chloe gives another little laugh, pushes her beanie back with one hand and settling the other on her hip. Jesus, look at us getting all mushy. Come on, we have like 3 more days to ourselves. Let's make them awesome. I grab her hand, squeeze it tight. Yeah, let's make them the best. Wow. That was... Good God, that actually scared me. Okay. Like before, let's check out the thing here. Ah. Fuck. Wait, where is it? Okay, there we go. You guys can read on from here. So guys, thank you for watching, and I'm sorry if you're getting tired of this, but like I said, it's just quicker for me to upload these at the moment, and when I'm finished with this I can continue with everything else, and then just in between do the daddy challenge, because let's face it guys, what's on the line is if I win, I get to win a Plague Tale Innocence. If I lose by getting friend zoned at least once, I get mocked for the rest of my life for being mocked. For being friend zoned. But yeah, so, and also I will be switching it up. I will be taking off Saturday, which is today my time. So there will be no recording from me. I will be doing uploads though, but I won't be recording. I'll be recording on Sunday though, so I'm just basically switching my days around. So that I can have some time off and just chill, have a relaxed birthday, you know? And yeah, so guys, thank you for watching. Like always, the links are down below. The Discord, the Twitter, and the download link for this if you want to play it for yourself. Though, like I said before, I will be playing all these routes, which means we only have Kate Marsh left after this. And guys, share, like, subscribe, give the notification bell some love, you know, give it a little hug. And I'll see you pretty soon in the next episode. Later.